Hi, thanks for joining us on Medford Cable News.
I'm Wanda Seduco.
And I'm Jamie Martell.
And this is the Week in Review. Election 2011 is well underway. Next week, on September 13th, the city will hold its first primary election in the mayoral race in 24 years. The candidates are Mayor Michael McGlynn, Anthony D'Antonio, and John Byers.
Mayoral candidate John Byers is literally giving Mayor McGlynn a run for his money. In a recent interview with the Medford Transcript, Byers stated that if elected mayor, he will take well over a 70% pay cut, in contrast to Mayor McGlynn's current salary. Byers went on to claim that Mayor McGlynn has failed to do anything in the city for the past 24 years.
Mayoral candidate John Byers is receiving some flack from residents after a recent statement in a newspaper interview. Byers claimed that Medford has one of the highest tax rates in Massachusetts. It is not clear where Mr. Byers got his data, but recent reports show that Medford ranks 60th in tax rate values, putting Medford far below the average tax rates in Massachusetts. Cities with the highest taxes include Concord, Weston, Acton, Brookline, and Dover.
The Medford Democratic Ward will be holding its candidates forum early in October. Be sure to watch this station for complete coverage of the event. We'll be right back after these messages.
Any questions?
No.
You know.
We're not magicians, we can't read your mind.
We read your questions, each and every kind.
What are the side effects, doctor, doctor?
How many times have you done this before?
Questions are the answer.
Will this react with my other medicine?
Hey, what are all these tests even for?
You have the power to say what's on your mind.
We need your questions, each and every kind. Questions are the answer. Questions are the answer.
I think it breaks a little to the left.
To the right.
Nope, straight.
Get up and play an hour a day.
With September 11 approaching, Medford takes the time to remember those who lost their lives on that tragic day. On Sunday at Morrison Park, a special ceremony will be held at 9 a.m.
School is back in session. Superintendent Roy Belson welcomes back students and families this year, encouraging everyone to check out the school's webpage and educational channel for the latest updates and program information. The educational channel can be found on Comcast Channel 15, and the Medford Public Schools website is medfordpublicschools.org.
In other school updates, fall basketball for students grades 1 through 8 starts on September 24th, and jobs are available within the Medford Public School systems. Job applications are available at www.medfordpublicschools.org. And who says there's nothing to do in Medford? Check out some of the hit shows coming to Chevalier Theater this fall. The musical Chicago is coming to Medford on September 17th and is being produced by local theater company Seaside Productions. Seaside Productions produced their version of the hit musical Annie last fall at the Chevalier.
With the mayor's trash program well in works, many still remain skeptical over its effectiveness. However, the numbers remain impressive. Heidi Walsh has the latest on the trash program.
After 8 months of a new recycling program, seeing green is a common occurrence every Monday. And while the mayor says that the city is saving, some residents are worried that they're paying for the loss of convenience. Now some city councilors want to see changes in the program so some aspects can be reused and others trashed.
I think the biggest boondoggle to this whole thing is the fact that Waste Management came in under a no-bid contract. The city did not go out to try to seek and secure any other contractor.
There's a fair amount of concern why barrels aren't being
put back in front of residents' homes where they're originally placed. Many residents are still concerned that the size of the barrels are too large for our senior population, and if there's an option of getting other size barrels. So there's a number of issues that we'd like to work out.
Echoing residents' complaints about smaller details, councilors claim the program rules are hard to follow. Mayor McGlynn, however, says differently.
We haven't seen it. We haven't had any calls. Trash is getting picked up. Things are going fine.
This month, Medford threw out 530 tons less and recycled 14% more, costing the city only $66,000 per month in recycling and saving over $357,000 thus far under the new contract. While the $10 bulk items fee is no longer in effect, many are still unsure how to throw it away.
They tell you to call the city dump tells you to call waste management tells you to call city hall. You go around and around in circles.
To talk to someone about this, so we can at least have an idea when a taxpayer or a business person calls up and they say, what's this all about? How can you can't even answer.
Councilor Marks warns that if every household throws out 3 bulks this year, it would cost $637,000. Nonetheless, McGlynn encourages pickups.
We basically now, we're doing cleanup, fix it, at least 26 days, 26 weeks during the year, depending on what route you're on.
There's a lot of trash talk going on at City Hall, and with the decision for next year's budget underway, city councilors can still only speculate what they would like to see changed in the recycling program. From City Hall, I'm Heidi Walsh, Medford Cable News.
After a rainy week, will the sun come out this weekend, Harvey? What's the weekend forecast?
Thanks, Jamie. If you remember last weekend, we talked about a lazy, lethargic front that might stall to the north of us, giving us warm and humid weather. Well, we got it. It was a beautiful, warm weekend for the holiday. But since there's no free lunch in America, now we're paying the price. If you look behind me, everywhere, rain coming south to north, absolutely inundating places. Binghamton, New York is completely flooded out. And if you look over here, you can see precipitation moving northward, and you know where that's from? That's from Katia, the hurricane. Those are called breakaway rain showers. It's not part of the main storm. Don't worry about it. The storm is going to veer off to the right and hopefully not touch any landmass anywhere. We've got a couple of more hurricanes forming way down south. Right now the progs are saying they may miss us. We'll see. But they're quite a ways out. So let's talk about the weekend weather. On Friday, what we're going to have is a high temperature of about 80 degrees. It should get sunnier and sunnier as the day goes on. Now we'll look at the weekend weather, and the weekend weather will be on Saturday, sunny, high about 78, low about 58. Now, you got to keep in mind on Saturday there's going to be a small low pressure system going to the south of us. It's actually going to be riding along the front that's sliding down now. If it moves a little bit more to the north, that high temperature of 78 could be 69, 68, something like that. So just keep your eye on it. Sunday, right back into the sunshine, high temperature about 80 degrees. Well, here's your hip fact for today. When does meteorological, I have to say that word very carefully, meteorological fall begin? It does not begin on September 21st. It's actually September 1st. And if you notice, right now, the weather is catching up to the date. So keep in mind, we are already in fall if you're a weatherman. Now, our 4-day forecast for the weekend. Mostly sunny all these days. Possibly a little change in that Saturday high temperature. Could be a little cooler. Monday, we saw some showers, but that's a very small possibility. I would count on mostly sunny for the day. Now, for those of you who are football fans, you know that the Patriots are playing in Miami on Monday night. Here's my forecast for Monday night in Miami. Warm. Back to you, Jamie.
Thanks, Harvey. Sounds like great back-to-school weather, and we're looking forward to that Patriots game. And for these stories and more, visit us on medfordcablenews.com.
You can catch our weekly program right here on Channel 3, as well as watch our MCN News Loop throughout the day. We thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Wanda Seduco.
I'm Jamie Martell. World News is next.